Are you considering buying a home? Are you one of those people that's scrolling through Zillow wondering what it's like to actually buy that home? Or are you wondering if buying a home is a good idea for you? In this video, I'm going to share with you guys 5 benefits of buying a home, and I'm also going to throw in a few tips along the way that'll actually help you with the process of getting into the home. So make sure you watch all the way through so you don't miss out on any of this. What's up, everybody? So my name is Chris. I'm a loan officer in the state of Florida. I'm located in the Miami area, and I make videos basically to simplify the home buying process for you and also about personal finance and lifestyle as well. Make sure you guys like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I post. In my last video, I talked about the 5 basic steps of buying a home, and I also threw in the fact that there are benefits of buying a home. So if you haven't watched that video, make sure you go ahead and check out that video when you're done with this one so you can see some of the basics of getting into the home when you decide that it is beneficial to buy a home. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. As I was growing up in Florida, my family and my cousins, we all have been renters. None of us have ever actually owned a home. When I was living with my family, we probably rented as I was a kid to, up until I moved out. So let's say 17 years we've been renting. If you do the math on that, we probably spent enough money on rent to buy a home full price and got no credibility to that because none of us have owned homes at the time. Now that I'm in the mortgage industry, I realized a lot of stuff that I was taught growing up was so incorrect, and I've learned from past clients that I've had and just doing hours and hours of studying all the benefits of buying a home and how safe it is as an investment and just how great it is to actually own a home than to rent. And all of the things that I've learned, I'm going to just go over some of the 5 benefits of that because there's so many other benefits and can't make one video for them. So I'm going to give you guys 5 of the benefits that actually just stick out to me that I believe were most beneficial when I was actually searching to buy a home. One of the first benefits in buying a home is that you actually can save money on buying a home than renting. I know a lot of people kind of get scared when they see, the down payment that you possibly have to make or the closing costs and fees that are associated with buying a home. But those are one-time costs, and honestly, it goes into the home, so it's still your money. And once you actually pay the mortgages monthly, over time, it actually becomes cheaper than rent. And I actually left a link in the description of basically a rent versus mortgage calculator, and you can basically put in your zip code that you currently live in and the rent in that area, and then you can put the average home price in that area, and it'll show you that when renting becomes cheaper. Usually in my area, it showed that by the time I live in a home for 3 years, it becomes like $170 cheaper to actually buy a home or pay a mortgage than to actually rent a home or apartment. Another savings is the fact that you actually can save on taxes. At the end of every year, when you pay interest, you get tax deductibles. You can write off what you pay on interest on your taxes, and then I'll make a video to go into details of how to do that. But right now this video is going to just focus on the benefit because we haven't gotten a home yet. So when you get that home, I'm going to show you how to save on taxes on that. And you also save on interest. I mean, right now we're in the industry right now, the mortgage interest rates are as low as they possibly can be. They were a little bit lower in November, but in 2021 they're still low. And if you look into buying a home now, chances are 5 to 10 years from now or 3 years from now, those interest rates are going to go back up to where they are because right now we're in a pandemic, so the interest rates are down. So right now is a great time to buy because you can seal an interest rate for 30 years, 20 years, or however long you want the term to be, and then you'll be able to capitalize on that and have the lowest mortgage payment. So when other people are moving into the neighborhood that you chose, they're paying $100 to $200 more than what you're paying on the mortgage because you capitalize when the interest rates were low. The second benefit into buying a home is the fact that it's a safe investment. Now, a lot of people think that buying a home, maybe there's a possibility that they, are losing the money. But when you put money into the mortgage covers 4 payments, which is going to be principal, which is how much money goes towards the home, which is going to be interest, which is how much money you pay the banks, taxes, which is how much money you pay Uncle Sam, and insurance, that's basically insures the home. Those 4 payments, the principal payment is going to be it's going to build you equity. So the more money you put in principal, the more money you put into your home. The more money you put into the interest, the less you owe the bank. But anyway, your home can go up in value. So that's what you call appreciation. When your home appreciates, you basically get that money back that you put into the home. So let's say you buy a home for about $300,000, and then the market in your area goes up. And we'll focus on location. The market in your area goes up by like $20,000, and then you look into seeing the equity in your home, and then now that investment you made in buying a home brought you $20,000 of equity in the property. The third benefit in buying a home is going to be the fact that you can model the home however you want. When you're renting, they almost give you a hard time about mounting a TV into the wall. So let alone you can't paint in the inside. You maybe can paint the inside of the apartment if you just talk to your the person who owns the home, but you can't really do much reconstructing into the place that you rent because not yours. When it comes to owning a home, and I can give you a prime example, I had one of the clients in the past, and when the pandemic started, he actually wanted to keep going to the gym because that's how him and his wife met. So we talked, and I talked to him some more, and we gave him the opportunity to refinance his home and take some cash out of his home. And I'll definitely explain to you guys what that means later on. But anyway, he took some cash out of his home, and he actually built a home gym in his garage. And I'm not talking like, you know, a little Peloton machine or treadmill. He had Olympic weights, pull-up bars, row, and if you're a gym person, you know what I'm talking about. This guy's garage that he was looking to build was almost a 24-hour fitness inside of his own garage. And you know, he showed me pictures of the garage now, and I mean, that's crazy. And he was able to actually do that by refinancing his home and taking out some of that equity in his home and putting it back into his home with the garage. And then because his interest rate was high, and we were able to refinance him into one of the lower interest rates in the market, he was actually able to keep his mortgage payments the same while getting about $30,000 cash out of his home. He didn't have any payment difference. So to him, he's paying the same mortgage. Now he just has that addition to his home. You don't get to do that when you're renting. When you're renting, you need to keep that home exactly how you found it. And that's kind of a downfall to renting. A fourth benefit into buying a home is actually it can build your credit. A lot of people that I deal with my clients, they're kind of like new to home buying. So not that their credit is bad, their credit is just new. When you get approved for a mortgage, that is going to boost your credit because, you know, banks are like people in a sense. The more people like you, other people are going to like you as well. And that goes the same thing with mortgages. If one bank approves you, other banks are going to start approving you for things because they said, oh, well, he likes you, so I like you as well. And that boosts your credit. And then that's just a basic example of it. But another way to boost your credit is, you know, you make your mortgage payments and it'll boost your credit. When you're renting, no matter how often you rent, you can be an on-time renter for 10 years of your life. That is never going to boost your credit. When you're paying your mortgage, that actually boosts your credit because it was a debt that you owed and you're paying it down. Another benefit in buying a home is that freedom to move. A lot of people think that when you buy a home, you're kind of stuck into that home for the rest of your life, but no, like things change. Like if you were somebody that is young like myself and you buy a home and then you basically are getting ready to start a family and you know your kids are growing up and you need to actually get a bigger home, you can actually put your home on the market and sell it, and then all that money that you paid into your mortgage, chances are with the appreciation that I was telling you guys about, and then, you know, bringing down your mortgage payments, you're going to sell this home for more that you bought it for. So let's say your home is worth $200,000 when you bought it, and then when you're getting ready to sell it, you know, you list it for about $275,000. That's $75,000 that you basically earned from the home, and you can put that towards another home, a bigger home, and that way you can pick up where you left off with your current mortgage, so you don't have that much debt into the second home. And I'll explain that a little more, and maybe in another video. But when you own a home, you don't have to actually stay in the home for the 30-year mortgage. The 30-year mortgage is how you have to pay the bank back. When you actually sell it, that person that you're buying it from, that's buying the home from you, is going to be the person that pays off that mortgage. And then you can go into a different house. Maybe you got a better job somewhere. You have the flexibility to move. Just like with renting, it's just a lot of people actually don't know this. There's so many other benefits in buying a home. I just wanted to make a brief video just outlining some of the top 5 that I had. There's no specific order there. Make sure you guys check out some of my other videos on the channel. I'm going to start posting about mortgages so I can help you guys out. I definitely want to look into that. If you found any benefit in this video, make sure you guys hit that like button. I want to start growing and doing more videos like this, and the more you guys like, it'll just be on other people's timeline, and then you guys can ask me questions so I can do other videos. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.